Hi everyone! In this tutorial we will build a responsive dashboard with a music player and the swiper cube slider that syncs with it. We will cover how to add music player controls and sync everything with a cube slider. Let's get started.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of. But if I lay down and I play. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe. But if I lay down and I.
First, we add the CDN to load the necessary Swiper.js and Font Awesome files. Then, we use a main tag to keep the dashboard components organized in one place. The sidebar contains user info and navigation items. We add a profile image and username. Next, there's an unordered list of navigation items. The first item has the active class, showing it as a default. We will write the function for clicking on other navigation items, but there will be no change because they aren't built. I created only the Discover section for this video. Now moving to the main content of the dashboard. In the slider playlist, Swiper component displays the images in a cube slider format. Each playlist item represents a song with its image, name, artist, duration, and a heart icon for liking songs. Each album contains the image, title, and artist. The last part of the HTML is the player. The audio player is set up with an audio tag. This links to an audio file allowing users to play songs. Inside the controls div, we include shuffle, previous, next, play, pause buttons, and volume control. Shuffle is for playing songs randomly. Finally, we have a range input for the progress bar, so users can see and control the song's position. In the next section, we'll add styles with CSS. First, I import Google Fonts. I prefer Nunito for the font family. These variables keep the colors consistent and make it easy to change them later. We remove default padding and margin from all elements. Text decoration removes the underline from links. We set responsive font sizes that adjust with the screen width. The main content is centered both vertically and horizontally. Grid layout creates two columns, one for the sidebar and one for the main content. The sidebar will stay on the left side of the dashboard. We add a border to the right side to distinguish it from the main content. We center the user info vertically and horizontally. This way, the profile image will be circular and responsive. The content will stay on the right side of the dashboard. We set the scroll bar width to 7 pixels. The scroll bar has a track with shadow and rounded corners and a thumb with a primary color. We arrange the slider and playlist side by side. We create two columns, one for the slider and one for the playlist. The swiper slider shows album images. We add a border to the slides and a shadow to highlight the active slide. We set the playlist items in 4 columns for image, song info, duration, and like button. We add a background color for an active playlist item. The slider playlist part will be aligned vertically. We use Flexbox to set album items horizontally. We also customize the scroll bar for the album container. Now we use grid layout to set the album image and text. It adds a transition effect on hover to rotate and scale the image. This limits text to 2 lines with an ellipsis overflow. It ensures titles don't exceed their container height. This truncates text with an ellipsis if it exceeds a single line. The sticky position keeps the player at the bottom of the dashboard. We add a dark background with a strong blur effect. We set the control buttons in a row with gaps. The will change transform property hints to the browser that an element's transform might change and improve performance. When hovering over the buttons, they slightly enlarge. It is also positioned beside the icon for easy access. The volume range has a primary colored track and a circular thumb. The progress bar has a gradient background and rounded corners for a smooth look. The slider's thumb is styled with a light color for visibility against the track. In the next part, we'll add JavaScript to handle the interaction. First, we make the navigation item interactive. It finds the currently active item and removes the active class if it exists. Then, we add active class to the clicked navigation item. This enables horizontal dragging by setting is dragging to true and recording the initial cursor and scroll position when we press the mouse down. As we move the mouse, the container scrolls horizontally based on the distance moved. Dragging is disabled when the mouse is released or leaves the container area. This array holds song file paths, and we also have the song index. We use a cube effect that synchronizes with the music player, so each song change will match the swipe or slide. We disable manual swiping to be controlled with buttons. But if you want to control it manually, I'll show you what to do at the end of the video. This function keeps the slider synced with the player. It ensures that the slider displays the matching slide when a new song starts. Each playlist item is highlighted to indicate the currently playing song. This function iterates over the playlist items, adding a class to the active song while removing it from others. In these functions, we control playback, and they also update the play pause icon based on the player's position. The load and play song function sets the audio source to the chosen song and starts playback. It also highlights the current song in the playlist and syncs the swiper slider. This will prevent unnecessary reloading or reinitializing of the song when toggling play and pause. We initially set it to false, but it changes to true once a song is loaded. The toggle play pause function determines whether to load, play, or pause based on the song's state. We ensure that the load and play song function only runs once when playback starts. This avoids resetting the song each time toggle play pause is called. This event listener lets users choose a song directly from the playlist, highlighting it as the active item. These functions update the current song index to move to the next or previous song. It also loops back if reaching the end or start of the playlist. At the same time, it moves the slider to the same index. It sets the maximum value of the progress bar to the song's total duration, and it synchronizes the bar's current position with the song's starting point. This setup occurs when the song's metadata is fully loaded. It ensures that the progress bar moves in sync with the song. It only updates when the audio is actively playing. It allows the user to skip to different points in the song by clicking or dragging on the progress bar. When the bar's position changes, it updates the song's playback position accordingly. If the song is paused and the user interacts with the progress bar, the song will automatically start playing from the selected point. It triggers the next song function whenever the current song finishes, allowing for automatic playback of the next song in the playlist. This sets the song's volume based on the volume slider position. It converts the slider value to the audio player's required volume range of 0 to 1. It generates a random index within the playlist. It selects a new song unless it's the current one. If it selects the same song currently playing, it changes to the next one to avoid repeating.
But if I lay
The like button toggles between liked and not liked styles. It stops propagation, so clicking it doesn't affect the audio playback. Finally, we can update the swiper to control the slider manually. This allows the user to interact with the slider by dragging or swiping. The event listener is triggered every time the user changes the slide. The related song automatically starts playing when a user swipes to a new slide. And that's it! We built a dashboard and synced a music player with a cube slider, allowing seamless song changes with each slide. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest tutorials. Thanks for watching.